Welcome to the Checkout Point, your quick dive into this week's e-commerce buzz with me, Alex, powered by Blicket. These 20 minutes pack the latest trends, news, and insights. Let's navigate the digital marketplace together. Ready? Let's go!
Okay, so welcome back to the Checkout Point. Another week, another round of e-com chaos that's actually hiding real spreadsheets underneath.
Yeah, we're here to turn that chaos into contribution margin, not just content and noise.
Let's put that on a hoodie. Today, we've got Shopify suddenly being crowned the Agent AI winner. And look, I don't just buy narrative, the actual numbers stack here.
Right, we'll break down what that actually means for merchants, when their AI actually moves the needle on conversion and when it's just expensive theater masking bad ops and bad KPIs.
Exactly, and we'll compare Shopify versus Wix for brands actually trying to scale operationally, not just ship a cute homepage and slap brand on it.
Then we're going into agents, not chatbots on your footer, but real agentic AI running back-office workflows, marketing, even search.
Yeah, this is where my olive oil story comes in. Hands covered in flour, AI just orders my favorite brand, checks prices, does reviews, no apps, no thinking.
Wow.
Which sounds nice until you realize the agent now controls the funnel, your data becomes a black box, and your attribution model is basically fan fiction nobody will audit.
Manly accurate. And here's what gets me. We'll talk how agents change merchandising, UGC, search, but only if your data and operations are actually clean. Bad data at scale is just faster lies.
And later in the episode, we're zooming out to Amazon and Shopify controlling half the plumbing in U.S. e-commerce, what that concentration risk does to your margins, and plus Etsy dumping Depop and what it says about niche profitability versus scale.
Also some fun stuff on tariffs quietly obliterating your unit economics and why you need contingency playbooks ready before policy shock hits. Margin erosion is real.
And we're closing with a really tight 3-step playbook on ads, payments, and consent, so your 2026 growth is actually measurable and defensible, not vibes and hope.
So let's start with the hot one, Shopify's surge, and whether this Agent AI winner thing is real or just good storytelling. We want to hear from you. Submit questions via the web form in the description or give us a call and leave your question. Don't be shy. Our team loves breaking down real operator problems. Okay, so Shopify just had a little glow up on Wall Street, and honestly, it's kind of wild to watch.
Yeah, what happened this time?
Analysts upgrading the stock, buyback chatter, everyone suddenly sees the AI angle. And it's not the usual, we have an AI chatbot theater. It's actually different.
Right, but why now? Shopify's been yelling AI for a while.
Totally. The shift is they're getting labeled an agentic AI winner.
Okay, pause. Agentic AI sounds like a Marvel villain. What does that actually mean for merchants?
Yeah, agentic AI, Age of Ultron energy. But real talk, it's AI that doesn't just answer questions, it actually does things to your store. Writes, publishes, optimizes for you.
So not just, here's a report, but I changed your store.
Exactly. It writes the description and then publishes it, tweaks pricing, sets up workflows, talks to your apps, all that.
Mm-hmm. And Wall Street likes that because recurring revenue plus lock-in.
100%. If Shopify is the brain coordinating all those agents, churn drops, ARPU goes up, everyone's happy.
Except the merchant if the AI screws up margins.
Fair. That's where execution matters.
So what are they actually doing that justifies the winner label? Because every platform says they're doing agents now.
Yeah, so here's what separates signal from noise. Shopify's wiring AI into the stuff that actually bleeds time and money. Merchandising, shipping, taxes, support. Not a chatbot you stick on your homepage and call it a day.
Give me a concrete example.
Think about a $5 million brand dropping 40 new SKUs. Shopify's AI auto-generates descriptions in multiple languages, pushes to all your channels, sets merchandising rules, flags inventory reorder points. Hours saved. No founder in a spreadsheet on Sunday night.
Without the founder spending Sunday night in a spreadsheet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the part the analysts see. It's not cool demo, It's hours per week saved across tens of thousands of stores.
I'm half on board, but I'm hearing merchants ask, is this really different from Wix or others?
Good question.
Because from an operator lens, if I'm moving off Wix or BigCommerce, the migration cost is real. I need a reason that shows up in my P&L.
Yeah, so let's hit Shopify versus Wix quickly. Wix is solid for getting started fast. Great website builder, good templates. But once you hit mid-six figures into seven figures, the cracks show.
Where specifically?
Ecosystem and ops maturity. With Shopify, you've got a real app marketplace, agencies that actually know e-commerce, and a backend built for selling, not just websites. That's the difference that shows up on a P&L.
So basically, when complexity hits, subscriptions, bundles, multi-warehouse, cross-border.
Shopify has a playbook, exactly. I spent years in CRO hell watching teams hack around missing features, building custom checkout scripts, jury-rigging international workflows. Now a lot of that nightmare stuff is either built in or one solid app away.
Do you mean you don't miss hard-coding upsells at 1 a.m.?
Honestly, I have PTSD from debugging checkout code at 2 a.m. The fact that I don't have to anymore, that alone makes me bullish.
Same.
And now the AI layer sits on top of that ecosystem. So the agent can say, cool, I'll spin up that post-purchase upsell using the app you already use instead of being this isolated toy.
Versus on Wix, you're more boxed into whatever they built natively.
Yeah, and their app marketplace is improving, but it's not Shopify scale.
Okay, so ecosystem and ops support, that tracks. But where does ROI show up, like line item level?
Two buckets, conversion and overhead. On conversion, all the standard CRO wins still hold. Better checkout, faster performance, proven templates. I've personally seen brands pull 10 to 20% lift just by moving to a cleaner Shopify stack and actually staying disciplined about app bloat.
Assuming they don't trash it with 6 pop-ups and 14 apps.
Yeah, don't optimize yourself into a 12-second load time.
Been there.
On overhead, this is where the AI story gets real. Instead of hiring another coordinator to write copy, tag products, manage variants, the AI does 70% of that grind. Your team becomes editors, not data entry humans.
So, like a real scenario, I'm a $3 million beauty brand on Wix. We're launching 40 SKUs this quarter. What changes if I'm on Shopify with this AI layer?
Nice. Okay, so on Wix, someone on your team is in Canva, in Google Docs, in the CMS, copy-pasting, resizing, tagging, probably for a week.
Yep.
On Shopify, the workflow looks more like drop the product spreadsheet, AI generates descriptions, SEO meta, translations, suggested bundles, pushes to your storefront and social channels. You review and approve instead of create from scratch.
So my merchandiser goes from doer to editor.
Exactly. And that's one of the reasons the analysts are hyped. That scale effect.
I like the theory. My worry is platform risk. If I lean into Shopify's AI too hard, am I locked in forever?
You're already locked in, let's be honest.
True, but you can make it worse.
Yeah, I'd say lean on Shopify's native AI where it clearly saves time, product content, workflows, support macros, but guard your data like it's your unit economics, because it is.
Meaning what, practically?
Keep your product data clean in your own source of truth. Don't let the AI hallucinate your catalog into chaos. And don't build some one-off setup that only survives if a Shopify beta feature stays alive.
That's key. I tell teams AI is not a strategy, it's a force multiplier. If your ops are trash, the AI will just move trash faster.
100%. And honestly, this is why I'm bullish on Shopify right now. They're building AI for actual merchants running real volume, not hobby stores. That's operator-first thinking.
Okay, so bring it home. When does it make sense to lean harder into Shopify right now, and when should a brand hold back?
Lean in if you're growing, feeling manual work pain, already on Shopify or planning the migration, and you have at least one operator who will actually own the AI workflows and spot problems.
Someone who actually checks what the AI did.
Yes, not set and forget. More like set, watch, then scale.
And when to hold back.
If your data is a mess, your feed is broken, and your ops run on duct tape, AI won't fix that. It'll just move your problems faster. I'd rather see you nail inventory accuracy, site speed, and analytics first, then go all in on agents.
Yeah, I'm on that side. Operations first, then AI. Otherwise, it's just expensive theater.
You're pre-teasing the next segment already. That's where we talk about agents owning the funnel and your whole operational stack. So last segment, we crowned Shopify an agentic AI winner. What does that actually look like in your back office day-to-day?
Yeah, beyond the shiny demo chatbot, what's actually moving contribution margin versus just expensive theater?
Exactly. Chatbots are the AI equivalent of pop-ups in 2015. Everyone's got one, almost none are moving P&L. I saw this pattern with my CRO days with different tools.
Totally. So what's actually different with these multi-agent systems? Because complexity is expensive, and I need to see where it moves unit economics.
Think about like a tiny ops team in the cloud. One agent pulls data, one cleans it, one writes copy, one runs tests, and they talk to each other without you babysitting every step.
So workflows, not widgets.
Yes, launch a Spanish PDP test for our top 20 SKUs. One agent translates, another checks inventory rules, another wires it into your A/B tool, another monitors results. No manual handoffs.
If it works.
Big if, but that's the direction. Less chat with my store, more run my merchandising playbook on autopilot.
Okay, let me ask the operator question. What KPI do you watch first when you plug one of these into ops? Because if I can't trace it back to contribution margin per order, I'm not buying it.
Love it. First, error rate. If your return reasons, inventory, or tickets with whoops spike, the agent's messing you up. I spent years hunting operational breakdowns. They destroy margin fast.
Second, latency. If AI ops makes your team slower because they're double checking everything, that's theater, not leverage.
And contribution margin per order, that's the whole story.
Let's talk about the sexiest scam in the space right now. AI UGC video platforms. Laughing, this is where I watch real money die. What's actually real versus content wallpaper at 6 figures a month?
Oh, here we go.
I keep getting pitched, we'll generate 500 TikToks a month. Show me the path to purchase and the actual CAC impact. What's the real contribution margin story?
There's a legit core idea. Short, product-focused video at scale matched to keywords and audiences. That's real performance juice.
Agreed.
Where it turns into Broadway is when nobody can show you lift beyond vanity metrics. Look at all these videos. Cool. How's MER? How's new to brand? Show me the contribution margin or we're just burning money.
Exactly. I want pre-post on everything. CAC, blended ROAS. Did these videos actually touch someone who bought, or are they just filling feeds and draining cash?
If a vendor can't show attribution, it's probably just expensive content wallpaper. I've watched so much budget get wasted on impressive metrics with zero actual ROI.
So what's the non-scam use case? The stuff that actually pencils out?
Two I like. One, rapid creative testing. You spin up 50 hooks for one hero product, kill 40, scale 10. Two, long-tail PDP video. You'll never shoot studio content for every variation, but agents can generate how it fits, unboxing in different languages.
Okay, but if the videos don't match inventory, shipping rules, or reviews, they drive returns and support tickets that destroy margins at scale. AI doesn't fix bad operations, it scales your broken stuff faster.
Totally. This is where your earlier point, ops first and then AI, really matters. You need clean product data, correct sizing, accurate stock. Otherwise, you're scaling lies at scale.
That ties to your multilingual SEO and AI search, too. Everyone pitches overnight translation into 15 languages. But what if your base product data is garbage?
Then the French site says the shirt is linen when it's polyester.
Been there.
AI search is getting genuinely impressive at semantics like dress for beach wedding, not too pricey, in Spanish or German. The engine finds intent across languages.
Which is great if your underlying data taxonomy isn't a dumpster fire, but if it is...
Exactly. If your tags are random, your attributes missing, AI will confidently recommend trash.
And everyone blames the AI instead of 5 years of operational chaos.
Yep. So before you buy the shiny multilingual AI search, invest one really boring quarter in cleaning your product graph. Titles, attributes, categories, images.
and measure it obsessively. Search exit rate down 10%. Zero result queries down 30%. Give me KPIs, not vibes.
Love that. Track translation-driven revenue. If your new Spanish or German queries start converting at your main language rate, that's when you know the stack is working.
All right, walk me through the olive oil story. It's the perfect agents controlling the funnel moment.
I'm cooking, hands covered in flour. I just yell at my phone, order olive oil. The agent knows my favorite brand, checks a couple merchants, compares price, reviews, delivery time, and just buys it. No app, no add to cart, zero friction.
You didn't even see the store.
Nope. Zero brand touch. Somewhere there's a merchant who won that order with no idea why.
So if that's the future, what does a brand actually control?
3 things. 1, structured data. Feed the algorithm your cleanest product info. Ingredients, formats, pricing, SLAs.
2, reliability. Agents are risk-averse. If stockouts, delivery issues, or bad reviews spike, the agent quietly stops sending you traffic.
And 3, machine-visible merchandising. Bundles, substitutes, cross-sells, written so an agent understands if they like X, Y is the smart add-on.
That's huge. Your channel becomes agent referrals with a real margin signal instead of opaque platform metrics. And suddenly, you can actually defend your ad spend.
Yeah, merch and performance teams have to rewire completely. You're merchandising for something that never sees your brand story.
And how do we prove ROI when the funnel is opaque? That's the real measurement problem we're building into the system. When agents start steering demand, we need proxy metrics and clarity.
So if the olive oil agent from last segment freaked you out, this stat is worse.
Hit me, and don't smooth it over. I want the real margin impact.
Amazon plus Shopify now control around half of all US e-com GMV. Literally 5-0, half the pie, and everyone else is splitting what's left.
Yeah.
So even if agents own the funnel, they're still mostly landing shoppers on those 2 rails.
Right, so if you're a brand, that sounds convenient and terrifying. Convenient for the platforms, obviously. Terrifying for your unit economics and customer ownership.
Exactly. Convenient because fragmentation used to be an absolute nightmare. I lived through this in CRO. Everyone building their own mobile checkout, 10 different logins. Now the opposite problem hits harder. Concentration risk. Your revenue lives on an Amazon mood swing and a Shopify roadmap, and the margin exposure is real.
So for a brand on Shopify, what does half the pie actually change in terms of your KPIs and margin exposure?
It makes play nice with the ecosystem non-optional. Feed the algorithm your best stuff. Clean feeds, fast sites, native checkout, ShopPay. The upside is massive, but so is the penalty if you're sloppy with your data and operations.
And you're more exposed if Shopify raises fees, changes data access, or pushes their own ad network harder. That's concentration risk on your contribution margin.
Totally. Platform tax is real. And on the Amazon side, you're renting your customers from the landlord that owns the plumbing and controls the rules.
Exactly. So you push harder on list growth, memberships, owning at least one channel that's not at the mercy of a ranking tweak.
And this is where standardization matters. If agents, wallets, and search all talk some universal language, it's easier to diversify channels without rebuilding checkout 12 times.
You're saying concentration plus agents means it's safer to be multi-home, but only if your data and checkout are standard.
Right. If your stack is duct tape, expanding channels just multiplies chaos.
Okay, let's pivot to Depop. Etsy bought Depop for $1.6 billion and now sells it to eBay for about $1.2 billion. That's allowed. The economics didn't work for us.
Right. Etsy is doubling down on being the handmade special occasion brand, not trying to be Gen Z thrift Instagram.
And eBay's like, cool, we already do used, collectibles, motors. What's one more resale lane?
It plugs into a machine they already have. Global sellers, used goods, trust systems, shipping flows.
For operators listening, the lesson is niche is great until the overhead of running a mini generalist quietly bleeds your margins dry. I've seen too many P&Ls where the cute side marketplace burns more headcount and fraud budget than the core business.
And nobody sees it because it's bucketed under growth initiative, but margins quietly burn dollars the core should have kept.
So, practical question. If I'm running a niche marketplace today, how do I not become Depop at Etsy, burning headcount while the core prints?
2 guardrails. 1, be insanely clear on why you exist versus Amazon and Shopify gravity. That might be community, curation, or a specific format. No drift. 2, make your economics modular enough that a bigger platform could plug you in. Clean data, clear fee structure, sane ops.
Operate like you might be acquired, even if you never are.
Yep.
All right. Tariffs. Because all of this looks different if there's another 10% slapped on imports and suddenly your margin picture shifts fast.
Yeah, the post-tariff rally in Amazon Shopify stock, investors said policy risk is back, but big platforms can price around it.
Meanwhile, operators are like, my landed cost just jumped and my margin chart is bleeding.
Weick and policy shocks hate your unit economics first. That's where spreadsheet conversations actually matter.
Concrete moves. Redo landed cost models at multiple tariff scenarios. 0, current, plus 10%. You don't wait for the law to pass.
And get super intentional on where the pain lands. Do we reprice retail, shrink discounts, change MOQs, or do we quietly eat 3 points of margin to hold share?
Cross-border is where it gets messy. Duties, VAT, tariff bans. I've seen this destroy margins at scale when operators don't model it right.
Still does.
The point is, Amazon and Shopify might take a hit on optics, but they'll survive. Smaller brands need pre-baked playbooks, not panic.
Totally.
And this rolls straight into ads and payments. When tariffs and platform taxes rise, every incremental point of ROAS and every cent of interchange directly defends your margin.
Okay, so after tariffs, Depop, and the Amazon Shopify duopoly, let's land this plane and actually talk about making money.
Yeah, let's do the so what. If you're running an e-com P&L in 2026, how do you actually buy traffic without torching contribution margin?
2 big levers: how you scale ads on Reddit and Amazon DSP without obliterating ROAS, and how payments plus data consent set your LTV ceiling. This is where contribution margin actually gets decided.
Perfect. Reddit's testing shoppable community recommendations. Amazon's pushing more self-serve DSP. How should people think about this without just spraying budget everywhere and nuking their margins?
Stop thinking new channel, start thinking new intent layer. Reddit shoppable posts are mid-funnel social proof. Amazon DSP is retargeting off terrifyingly rich shopper data.
So different roles in the funnel, different KPIs, totally different. That's the discipline most teams skip.
Exactly. For Reddit, optimize to content engagement and assisted conversions. Watch view-through revenue per 1,000 impressions, not just last-click ROAS. Set hard guardrails. Small test, capped frequency, target blended MER.
Give me a number.
For a mid-sized brand, start Reddit maybe 5 to 10% of paid budget. If blended MER drops more than 10 to 15% for 2 weeks, you pull back. I used to hunt for that discipline in CRO. Knowing when to stop is half the battle.
Simple tripwire.
Amazon DSP is different. Your protect and expand engine. Measure it on incremental lift. Geo-splits, holdout audiences, or branded search moving up when DSP is on.
So if you're treating DSP like a Facebook prospecting campaign, you're missing the point entirely. That's just expensive theater.
Exactly. It's really just how much cheaper can I buy my own customers back versus what Google's charging me. That's the whole game.
Every new ad surface has to answer 3 questions up front. 1, what's the actual intent signal? 2, what's the primary KPI we're defending? 3, what's the kill switch if it bleeds margin?
Love that.
Reddit shoppable, intent, discovery plus social proof. Primary, assisted revenue and MER. Kill switch, 2 to 3 weeks of negative trend on new customer CAC.
Amazon DSP, intent, retarget plus loyalty. Metric, incremental revenue versus holdout. Kill switch, if blended tacos goes up, but total contribution profit doesn't.
Exactly. That's how you avoid the money on fire situations I watched happen at scale.
And if you're pushing all this traffic to a checkout that feels like 2016, you're just paying to expose your operational flaws faster. Clean up the funnel first, always.
Right. Which is a good segue to payments and LTV.
Embedded finance has grown up. Brands don't need their own crypto wallet. They need smart rails, wallets, pay by bank, intelligent installments, stored value credits.
Talk me through the ROI. I've seen too many launch a card pitches that never pencil out.
Ignore the shiny products, that's the scam. Focus on 3 brutal questions. 1. Can you lower processing cost by steering volume without killing conversion? 2. Can you bump approval rates? 3. Can you offer the right financing to the right customer?
Short and sweet.
Example, if Pay by Bank is 0.5% cheaper than cards and you get 20% of volume to shift with 0 conversion drop, that's real margin.
Wow.
And card declines are the silent killer.
Yeah, even a 1-2 point improvement in approval rates, especially on higher AOV, is massive for lifetime value.
But where does actual LTV strategy come in beyond just processing fees? Where's the contribution margin defense?
Use payments as a loyalty signal. Wallet share, preferred method, installment usage, feed all that into your AI and lifecycle flows. That's how you decide who gets aggressive winback versus who's already primed and just needs a nudge.
That gets us to data consent. All that only works if you're allowed to use the data. And that's where operations falls apart for most companies.
Yep.
The email and SMS world is in a data reckoning. Cookies dying, privacy laws tightening. If your consent and preferences are messy, your personalization, your AI, everything falls apart.
100%.
Concrete playbook. First, make consent explicit and value-based. Give us email for X, SMS for Y, not a giant wall of fine print. Second, unify identity. One customer ID across email, SMS, site, and purchase data.
And third?
Data hygiene. Clean fields, consistent product data, and unsubscribe logic that actually works. Operations first, always. Then AI. That's the whole playbook.
Right. Operations first always. That's the pattern that saves the math.
You earned it.
KPIs here are list growth and list health. Track engaged subscribers, spam complaints. If these go red while top-line list grows, you're mortgaging future margin for vanity.
Also track consented reach. Out of your customer base, how many can you legally and ethically message with personalization? That percentage right there, that's your real moat.
Okay, let's land on a mini checklist for the next quarter.
3 moves.
Go.
1. Run a disciplined test on one new ad surface, Reddit Shoppable or Amazon DSP. Define intent, metric, and kill switch before you spend. That's CRO 101. 2. Audit your checkout payments. Add or tune one lower cost method and one high approval option, then obsess over approval rate, payment mix, and net processing cost.
3. Clean your data house, simplify consent language, fix your IDs, and set a dashboard for engaged subscribers and consented reach.
If you only do those 3, your ROAS, your LTV, and your contribution margin all trend the right direction.
And when tariffs or platform rules change, you're not scrambling. You know your unit economics cold, and you can model the impact in a spreadsheet in an hour.
That's the whole game.
All right, we'll land the plane there. The whole agentic AI winner thing we unpacked, AI that actually takes actions, not just answers. That's the headline to remember.
Yeah, if I had to boil it down, AI only drives profit when your data, ops, and product economics are actually clean. Otherwise, you're just scaling your operational chaos faster.
Exactly. And seriously, before you chase any shiny tool, run the theater or ROI test. No measurable metric within 2 weeks? That's your answer right there.
Please don't do that. If this made you rethink how you're using Shopify or any AI workflows, hit subscribe, drop a review, and share this with one operator who's definitely drowning in dashboards.
Speaking of next time, we're diving way deeper on agents running your whole funnel and back office. That order olive oil while you cook moment scaled to your entire P&L and supply chain.
It's coming fast. We want you ready, not reacting to the next fee hike or algorithm pivot that tanks your CAC.
Thanks for hanging with us on the checkout point. Keep it real, keep your operations clean, and we'll catch you next week.
We'll see you next week.